my channel, my channel, my content. My channel, my content. My channel, my content.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How's everyone doing?
Let's see. Welcome to Mutation Creations, my channel, my content. Craig from BashCoder, myself. We will be answering questions, taking topics, and you know, whatever goes on in the chat from all you amazing people. And we have a special guest tonight.
We sure do.
Yeah, usually it's every second week, but this one is sort of, I guess, time sensitive. And it's like, why not? Why not? Let's do this. So let's see who is in the chat. Let's see the top three. My man, Mr. Paul Seraphim.
Coming in at number one.
Yeah, number one, Mr. Caplocks. Packing and watching and listening. Yeah, so he's, I guess you can say lucky. So he's lucky and he's moving, you know, next week or within the next 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's been a while. He's been looking to, you know, for probably the last year, I think, looking to buy a place, sell his place, and finally it all aligned and he's moving. But at the same time, too, it sucks to move.
Oh,
so, but good luck with that, Paul. Oh, look at this. Another Canadian, top two, Massey Morphworks and Mike with the big X. No tic-tac-toe here for the Canadians. What's up, Mike? Number four. Nikki and Kurt. Is this the ball? Happy Monday. We got Sammy in the house, big homie. What's going on, Sean? Lowe's Exotics. John from BlackRock. What's he saying?
What's up, Billy Craig in chat? Currently sitting in the car with two kids on the side of the highway while I watch my wife play Frogger to save a turtle. See, Herper's gonna herp.
Yeah.
He made it all the way across and then got stuck.
Why is she out there playing Frogger and you watching the kids when you should be out playing Frogger and her watching the kids? Unless she's got a lot, like maybe the last time you did it didn't pan out. So she's like, look it, leave it to me. I'm the pro. You got hurt last time. Watch how it's done. Oh man.
Good to see you.
So we got Mike, we got Proxima, we've got Mr. Robert, all the way. Sunny day, beautiful day in Colorado. We got Adrian, another Connect. What's up, my man Matt? Oh, Voodoo Doll. It's been a while since I seen you.
Yeah.
Grim Reaper in the house, unlocked. So we'll get through the chat. But right now, you want to introduce our new guest?
Sure. We've got a notorious criminal,
Fugitive.
Fugitive. There he is.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Right now I'm in house arrest, so trying to figure out things for now, but I have the ankle monitor and behind bars. Let me open the cell door right here.
What a crazy story you have to tell.
Yeah, that was interesting. Nonetheless,
how did it all start? Some people might not have the backstory or know, because you know what I mean. You know, with Instagram and even TikTok and other stuff, if you're not watching it at a certain time, you sort of have no idea because there's something new and it just keeps getting shoveled. And it's like, wow, I never heard that. It's like, how did you not see that? It was everywhere, because it's like, depends on the time you look, right? So
let's start with the dream part, the part that everybody that breeds reptiles, for especially ball pythons, for a long time, we are all seeking them. It's our desire is to find a wholesaler, right? All your missed odds and those hat males that you don't have anything, that don't have no place to put them. So I was here on my phone and bling, message from Morph Market. I look at it and it's like, oh, would you considering wholesaling your animals? I said, sure. I have like 3 lots for sale right now. It's, oh, I didn't see that. Like, let me check them out. And you look at the lots. Oh, how much for the 3 lots? And I was like, it's the same price because it's a lot. It's already discounted, but I can give you free shipping. And the guy, oh, okay, 37 animals. Imagine getting space like for 37 animals to me is a big thing, right? Having 200 hatchlings, 37, like
Yeah,
25% almost of what I had. So paid immediately,
and
square
this is all
invoice,
through Morph Market.
everything to
It
Morph
wasn't like a
Market.
random, Craigslist or someone out of the blue. So yeah,
All
and this
legit.
account obviously on Morph Market.
Exactly. Like all the communication in there, like I have everything. And then sent a Square invoice. He paid immediately. Fine. Next week, when it was time to ship the animals, bagged all my animals. I brand all my bags because you guys know how much effort we put to
Yep.
throw our brand out there and be professional. So like I heat press all my bags, like color logo, beautiful, everything tied neat. I always check the day after when I ship. When the person picks up the animal, I ask like, how was the pickup? Were the animals good? Everything was fine. And I had 4 other deliveries at the same day. Got answers from everybody. Nothing from that guy. And one day passed. I asked like, was everything okay? Nothing. Well, we always have those people that don't reply to us, right? So I said, okay, that's fine. If it was something wrong, he would have said
Yeah,
something, right?
you'd
For
rather
sure.
not hear. Yeah, so sometimes no news is good news, right?
Yeah.
And was a big box, so it was a 30 by 15 by 10. So it's I called the baby coffin. So like was like filled to the brim, like packed the animals with poly, everything like nice. Well, next week on the week after on Tuesday, I got a text message. Boys R Us and a number from Texas. I said, well, maybe that's the guy, right? Like trying to ask me something. Maybe I forgot to because I always like put the IDs on each bag, and
And you
I
ship to a
said
U.S. address. You ship to Texas.
I shipped to Texas to Laredo.
Yep.
So,
So no red flags. Somebody messaged you. You were in communication. He wanted to buy. And did the same thing. Can you get that on almost every conversation? Can you do a better price? So
but
it
but
seemed like an actual normal transaction that we always have.
the perfect transaction. No, like how do I take care of them or payment plan? Nothing like transactional. Like here's the money, shipping the snakes. Here's the address, my name, my phone. Everything was fine. The only thing was the name that was on Morph Market did not match the name of the invoice or the person picking up. But that happens sometimes. Like I've done that. Like there's a cousin that is going to pick it up, or you have a partner. So it didn't raise any red flags.
Yeah, and to get on that, I ship animals from Canada with CITES into the States through a broker, and then they get I always have them signed. You have to sign and show identification at the FedEx hub nearest you that the customer provides. So I always say, because if it's there on a certain day, oh, I worked nights that week or I'm out of town, I'm like, have the person, give me the name of the person who's going to be picking up the animals because they're the ones that's showing ID. And sometimes I've had like the mom, the dad, and even one of the kids, or this person, I'm out of town, my friend's picking it up. So it's sometimes it's happened quite a bit because I do a lot of shipments. It's not always the same person that, it could be the wife, the friend, the cousin, a kid, so it's not a red flag to me either.
Yeah, the same thing. I sometimes when you have like a couple, I put both names on the fact that's FedEx label, so either or can go and pick it up.
Yep.
So I replied, yes, sir. I apologize. I'm finishing up my meeting. But what can I help you? And then he replied, oh, this is special agent so and so from DHS. And I
Oh,
thought, like, when I start reading it, I was like, this is a scam. Like we all get those IRS like
Yes.
messages or emails,
Yes.
and then as I was scrolling through the message, it was getting more specific, and then it's like, oh, this is about 39 ball pythons that were shipped to Texas and they were seized. I want to have more information about it. Then I felt like my stomach, like the butterflies in the stomach, not in a
Oh,
good way. Like
yeah.
it just like sank. It's like, oh my god, what did this guy do? And I
Uh,
and I and at that point, it didn't like no Mexico in my head because that was not even like a thing to me. Like, well, why would? So immediately I call him back. So the guy said, well, this is what happened. We're controlling the borders in and out. So we got this package inside of a truck crossing from Laredo to where was it? Well, I don't know, like one city in Mexico on the south border. And then he said, well, the truck driver didn't declare the goods, saying that there wasn't anything that needed a permit or anything, and those were seized because nobody came to collect them, meaning they probably left them go through and they were waiting on the other side to see like who was going to pick them up, and nobody went to claim them.
oh, wow.
So they probably like when the guy got caught, he probably made a call, whatever it was. So there was like 37 from me and two. I have no idea who are the other two that were in the same shipping.
But of
And
course, they had pictures
Of your branding.
of your great branding on your snake bags.
I got nationwide recognition.
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of us are rethinking that right now.
Immediately, like, why did I have to stamp all my bags? Like, I tried to make it look good, and it might make me get into trouble for no reason.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? It's like, hey, this could happen to me. Who don't I like? And maybe I'll put their logo on the bags instead.
Jeez.
No, don't do any of that.
Have different stamps that you just like,
Yeah.
Different stamps and, like,
and,
roll the
and,
dice.
and getting shitty combos too, because if they open the bags, like they make look bad too. Uh,
Yeah, this guy
so
seems red flaggish. I know. I think you might be trying to smuggle them out. Let me put on this guy's brand.
up to this point, he said, well, we understand that you're probably not involved. I just wanted to hear your side and what happened. And he started asking me for all the information. What do you have on this guy? So I gave the agent all the screenshots from Morph Market. Track record, guys. Like, don't, like, if somebody's calling you trying to buy something, same thing. Like, although you can never be completely free, because somebody can get to a show and then just like buy wholesales like on the show or whatever. So, but if you're
Yeah.
doing a transactional that you have a transaction that you have to ship animals, I recommend having everything through text. So you have the paper trail for the transaction. So I sent I sent him that. I sent him the invoice with the guy's information, name, phone number, and email. And I told them, if you wanna catch this guy, I would go, the first place that I'll go is to FedEx, because they have the video and they had to he had to show the ID and sign for the animal. So you're gonna have like a video of him, gave them the tracking number and everything. Well, to me that was clear. Everything was fine and dandy. I just asked them to what's happening with the animals. That's my first concern, because we all know what happened in Florida, right? With the boa and the retics. Like,
Yeah.
wildlife, they don't give a damn about the animals. If they have to put them down, they don't care.
Yeah,
It's just
it's a
like
job
an
for 'em.
exotic. It's an exotic animal. Like, I don't care about this. So well, I put so much effort in raising these animals, taking care and clean. Like, what are you gonna do with them? Like, where are they? And he said, well, it's with wildlife, because we deal with the border part of it. Like, it's a different department, but I'll reach out to them and see. So as far as of now, I still don't know like what happened with the animals. I hope they're well taken care of. It's not about money. I don't care because I got paid. But in the end, like those are little lives that
Animals, right?
Yeah.
even
Living
though
creatures.
it will be a risk to me to take them back, right? Because I don't know where they put them. Like I don't know if they're gonna come infested with mites or if they have nido in the facility where they are. So I would have to
Right.
put them in a separate room, quarantine. And another week have passed, and then bling on my morph market. And you always get happy, right, when you have a morph market inquire.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then was a person saying, "Did you see this? Or was that you?" And I was like,
Uh,
"What is that me?" And then was like a Facebook post, and I click on it, and that was like pictures of all of my bags with like somebody like holding one of the hatchlings, and then was Customs and Border Patrol a post on Facebook with my picture saying that ball pythons were being smuggled to Mexico and this and that. And you see like people destroying you on the comments, right? I was like, what did I do? Like, I immediately called the officer and said, "What's going on here? Like, why are you tossing my name in the mud? Like, I have nothing to do with this." And the guy said, "Well, it's not saying your name." I said, "You don't have to."
It's just, yeah, it's branded. Like, you know what I mean? That's like you have to see, a Nike symbol or McDonald's. Do I actually have to say anything if you see it behind me, the big arch of the M or the Nike swoosh? Like, come on.
and usually
can
they
you see
would
this here? This
Yeah,
is
here it is.
usually
this is their own. This is the custom and border protection on their own website,
Yeah,
which
I
all
can clear as day. I can see your logo.
yeah.
you can see the polyfill in the back, like where I
Yep.
petted. They removed the
Yep.
top of it. So he said we cannot do anything about it. It's another department. It's posted. It was when the animals were apprehended, and good luck to you. So if it was, and I asked the agent. So tell me this: if they were found like a human traffic rig that was trafficking humans like through the border, would you show their faces? I don't think so. So they wanted to bring
Drama.
not only drama, but they want to look good, right? Look what we did. Like we apprehended, we're taking care of the border, and they didn't care about my brand or my business. And I started receiving like multiple people, like probably like 30 or 40 people reaching out to me. Have you seen this? I was like, I have to do something about it
Yeah.
because
It gets out
one,
of hand, right? Once the wheel starts spinning, holy shit, that's all downhill. And that momentum really picks up fucking fast.
and you guys know it, right? If it was me being praised because I hit a triple recessive, it would last one day, and then nobody knows who I am anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Until the
But
stairs go away, right?
but if it's bad stuff, it flies, and then people share.
Yeah.
So that's when I reach out to you guys, and I thank you for the opportunity to tell my side and bring awareness too, because this is not only about me. Then I start digging a little bit more. There are a lot of big breeders, big names that happen the same. They were not involved, but it happened the same thing, and we all gonna get letters through the mail, like acknowledging what happened and that we were involved in some type of fashion. Not that we participated, but our animals were part of it. They're gonna contact Morph Market. So if somebody the other day after this happens, a guy from Mexico reached out to me and asked me to buy a snake, and I had to tell him like
Yeah, no.
it's illegal to. I don't remember the exact date, but they stopped all the shipments of ball pythons into Mexico from the U.S. Because of lasiacs and CITES, and so the only way that you can bring a ball python into Mexico is if you have a pet, one animal. Like I'm moving to Mexico, I want to bring my pet. Then you get a special license, and then you
Yeah.
can
And you
cross
got to
it.
do that prior. You don't just show up with it at the border when you're crossing.
Here
Yeah.
are my 39 pets.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't work that way.
So another thing that the agent told me that I thought was pretty interesting, not in a good way. He said that they were going to crack down on Tinley. They're going to actually show up with a bunch of agents this past Tinley to do a crackdown, try to find stuff, see what people had on their tables. And he said that the only reason why they haven't done it was because of the shutdown of the government. So this
we're in a
is
partial shutdown right now that affects Homeland Security. Yeah.
So just wanted to bring some awareness, clear my name, and guys, avoid, if you don't know, avoid shipping to the southern border. So if you don't want to get involved, people think they're gonna make easy money as everything, right? We see that with guns, we see that with exotic animals. He told me this is not just ball pythons. He was telling me about monkeys and stuff that people were crossing the border back and forth. And as we all know, it's a big market right now in Mexico. Like you can sell like threefold, like whatever you can sell here, it costs 3 times in Mexico. So people are trying to bring new morphs and cheap stuff for new breeders, and it's really bad, and it can affect all of us. So don't
Could have happened
try
to any of us. Yeah.
Let's
And
see what's going on in the chat. We got Charlie Phenom. What's going
up,
on?
Charlie?
How you doing, Charlie? Thanks for popping
hey,
in.
Charlie.
We got Samantha. Finally caught you live. You did. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, he opened my. So this was on the Mail Monday. Hilarious. Yeah, it's only been like a year and a half. Wow.
I saw that today.
Yeah. Fiatama. How you doing, Sophie? Sophia's in the house. Oh, Midgard Morphs. What's going on? Critical Hit. SFC. How you doing, brother? We got Tammy in the house. We got Jen. Mike from Blackheart. Another phenomenal Canadian. What's going on, brother? My man. What's up, Snake Nerds?
Good to see
We
you,
got
Bear.
the Pie Man, Dwight. Who else we got? Jen's in the house. Look at this. Everyone's showing up. Mr. Gundy, even. How you doing, sir? JGT Cold Bloods. How are you? Oh, Blue Zombie in the house. What's up, Craig? AKA the Smuggler. The Smuggler. What's going on, Ray? Good evening. Tire God's in the house. Everyone's tuning in. That's good. It's good because it's something that what's up, Man Tooth Captive MCBR. It's easier to say that than the whole thing, man. But yeah, let's see. I think we're good to keep talking.
Great.
Got Daniel in the house, 212. What's up, 212? Been a while. How you doing? Hope all is well. It's good seeing a bunch of people coming in. Choke Artist in the house. Noah.
What's up,
Royal
Noah?
Serpents.
Never putting a logo on a bag.
What's that?
It says never putting a logo on a bag.
Well, I was telling people, like, guys, when you get a lemon, you make lemonade, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling Craig and Billy, like, I went from scared because I was getting involved in I'm a legal immigrant, believe it or not. I'm a citizen now, but I was getting involved in a international trafficking of animals, so I got scared. And then I got angry when I got the news that I was on the news, and then I turned that into happiness. Like, let's make it fun of it because I was not involved. So like let's laugh
You
a
have
little
nothing to
bit.
hide, right? So yeah, you might as well, like, you know. Let's see. Oh, Caliber Exotic Supply. What's going on, guys? Lots of Canadians showing up, which is great.
No.
If there's any Mexicans watching, glad that you're here. You just can't get our ball pythons. So, you know, I guess lobby with your government. Let's do this. We got to get.
Actually, it will be interesting to know if you can ship it from Canada to Mexico. Might be just a U.S. Mexico thing.
It
like
could be
that.
actually. You know what? That's a very good question. I'm not even sure. I can look into that. That's actually
That might be interesting for you.
yeah, because that's the
Doing
thing too. Is like, you know, like with like Superdorf retics and stuff. I can still import them. Like we got some animals from the States. I can get them from Europe. They can come into Canada right now, but we can't get them into the U.S. because of the Lacey Act. So maybe it is just the United States thing. Maybe we can ship from Canada to Mexico. I'm not even sure on that, but you know, that's the thing. Just because one country can't doesn't mean other countries can't, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you never know. But
So what, looking back on it, and it's ongoing. It's still not over. It's an ongoing active investigation still, right?
it is.
So, now, as what advice would you give some people that are getting involved with the wholesaler?
Yeah, just try to get references, guys. I unfortunately the saddest part of this whole thing is losing my wholesaler, right?
yeah, yeah, you're so
That,
excited to have a wholesaler that'll take your stuff that you don't want. And you know, I sold 3 lots. I was happy just to sell 1. I got rid of all 3. And now it's like, wow.
exactly. It's very hard to find right now, especially how the market is on low end stuff. Like if you don't do shows, you have to rely on Morph Market. Although I sold a couple of lots to Morph Market, I have nothing to complain. But when you're talking about volume, it's always good to have a wholesaler because you're gonna have those normal hat mails that you don't have anything to do with, and people for pet, people want pet prices, which I don't mind. Like if you pay me like $10 for a normal, or even for free if it's going to a good home, I just don't have time for it. Like if you sell a $30 snake on Morph Market, this is gonna be your most difficult sell in your life because that person is gonna require a lot of attention.
Yeah.
You can sell a $2,000 snake. It's like, oh, can you give me a discount? Okay, 1,800, ship, done. If you sell a $30 snake, you're gonna have to and I don't mind helping out people because we all been there before, but it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. So if you can, if you find a wholesaler, great, but just ask for references. Like did you buy from somebody else? Like what are you gonna what are you gonna do with those animals? Are you gonna sell in a show, or and just try to get some more info just so you're not exposed to that kind of thing.
I never would have thought that smuggling would be on the menu
Me
in
neither.
shipping to anybody. It
Yeah,
just
and
never would have occurred to me.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's something that, like you said, the transaction you did, it's like every other one, except it was just, you know, oh, I got a wholesaler now. Oh, they're buying a bunch. Cool. You know, and it's like when someone buys your animal, you know, I don't sit there and go, oh, what are you doing with it? Where are you keeping it? Like you don't, you know, it's like, it's like you don't really have any questions. You're just happy that you have a person buying your animal. And if they're on a platform like Morph Market, they know it's a reptile, and you hope they do all their due diligence and know what they're buying. They know the genetics, they have the right housing and you know, enclosure size. You don't really say, what are you doing? You know, you don't make them sign something where, hi, if you buy this animal, you cannot resell it for 30 days. You cannot ship it out of like, there's just, hey, I want to buy a snake. Here it is. Here's the price. You know, you sent it through Square. It wasn't anything like, you know, it wasn't like, hey, yeah, well, you know, hey, send me cash in an envelope. And, you know, it was done properly through an invoice on Square, paid in full, sent to a FedEx, not like, oh, yeah, we'll ship it and we'll meet someone behind this alley of the bar at 4 a.m. in the morning. It was all legit.
And that's what,
yeah,
and that's what shocked me, because what an amateur. Like, you're doing illegal things and you're paying by credit card. Like you must be very
Idiot.
stupid. Like you must be. And I give you like branded bags, and you don't change anything. You ship in the box that I sent you. Use the same box with the label probably, and then the branded bags. Like what did you expect?
Is if they're shipping it and they have to show ID to receive it at a thing, like you'd be a pretty stupid criminal to have like, to go in and receive something in your name. And then like, yeah, I mean, you should have done something totally different, or like, I don't know. It's just
Or maybe,
tough.
the guy that went, because that's what I said. Like the name of the guy that bought was not the same name that pick it up and pay by credit card. Maybe
now,
the guy was the mule. Maybe the guy that went pick it up and pay for it was the mule, or was the
Who knows?
Mexican guy.
now, is this buyer currently still have an account on Morph Market? Are you able to give that info out, or is it something that?
Well, let me put it this way.
Because I mean, if anyone else, just to sort of red flag the name.
The person that, let me phrase this way, because I don't know, right? It's just allegedly like information. So the guy that bought the snakes from me, Isaac Lowe, was the one that paid for the animals, like with a different name on the credit card. But he was the one that purchased those snakes from me. I don't know what he did. I'm not accusing him of anything.
Right.
That's the name of the guy that purchased the snakes from me. That's
He
it.
could have bought them and wholesale them. Like you said, I want to buy wholesale. He got the animals. He flipped them for a little bit more to this other guy who smuggled them. Maybe like, yeah, you don't know. You can't speak on that, right? But
because maybe the guy didn't speak English and then he just bought for the guy. And I don't know. I don't know anything about after the snakes left my facility. I have no idea what they have done with the animals, if they resold it or whatever. And that's going to be the DIGS investigation. But it's still ongoing, and I can tell that there are some big names in there. I know the names, but I'm not gonna name, because that's not my place, and I don't want to expose
you're here
anybody.
to speak on your own behalf, and but this isn't like a one and done. I mean, I'm sure this has happened many other times, and they're trying to crack down, and we're trying to make it so that if this happens, you got to watch and sort of see. I mean, like, how do we really protect ourselves from what we did? Because we didn't do anything wrong. We were doing what we do to, I've shipped, I would say I have shipped, 1,000 shipments in my, I don't know where they were, I mean, I always do what you do. I call up, or, hey, I always say, let me know when you get your shipment, make sure it's there. Now, most people just I got my shipment from, we're going to do an unboxing. So it's one of those things, but in the past, you would reach out and say, hey, how do things go? How did the snakes? I even do that to some people that at a show where I know it's their first time and I was walking them through stuff. Hey, how does the animal settling in? Did it eat yet? And like I said, if they message you, there's an issue. But if they don't, you want to reach out just so that you know what's going on. And it's like nothing that you did is out of the ordinary from another transaction. And who knows where my 1,000 packages went? I would assume to someone's home or to their facility, because that's why I sold them. And there was no red flags for me to say, hey, oh, this is odd. I mean, I think these animals aren't being what they're supposed to. Like, it was a normal transaction. So this could happen to anybody at any time. And like you said, it has happened to other people.
And just for people to stop speculating, some people reach out to me and they mention Miguel's name from Always Evolving Pythons. Oh, that's what Miguel was doing. No, Miguel was not doing any of this crap, guys. Miguel is a serious businessman.
Yeah, if Miguel was going to do something like this, he wouldn't be, but he doesn't do it like that. And plus, he doesn't buy. How did you word it, Craig?
I said he doesn't buy people's byproducts.
Yeah. Imagine Miguel. So there's a problem. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Here's a red flag. If Miguel from Always Evolving Pythons is reaching out to you, asking to buy wholesale animals of riprap,
which he isn't.
Guess what? Message Always Evolving Pythons and say, hey, did you message me? Because I guarantee it's not him. That's a red flag.
Or they stole his account. He has a business in Mexico. That's all. Like he has a partnership with breeders in Mexico with high-end animals, and that's why he started expanding. He invested in the guy's business, and he has nothing to do other than the word Mexico There's
Yeah.
nothing to do with this whole thing or trafficking animals to the border. He's a really nice guy, and he's really serious breeder and businessman. So guys, don't assume anything just because. Was the same thing. A lady comment on one of my videos because I have my own YouTube, and she was like, "So are you gonna explain those 39 ball pythons with your logo on the bags trying to cross into the US?" And I was like, "How should I reply to this?"
I know.
And
This is what
I
you do. Is like, if I was going to do something illegal, do you think I'd be that stupid enough to put my fingerprint all over the place? Hence the fucking big logo on every goddamn bag. Like, if I'm going to do something
You know, they
illegal,
say every criminal has their calling card.
I don't know, but yeah. So I mean, like that's the thing too. Is if you were going to do this on purpose, I don't think you'd be sitting there stamping the fucking bags with your logo on them. Like, you'd be like, oh my God, no paper trail. There's no, like, this transaction never happened. You want to come pick them up here? I'll drive them down to you and, somewhere in Texas, and we'll just do an exchange. So there's no paperwork. You know what I mean? You have them in fucking bags. No transaction, no pickup at the fucking, at the FedEx. It'd be simple.
Through her logic, I said, so what you're telling me that if I sell you my car and has on the back bumper, I have a sticker with my brand, and you commit a crime with the car with my sticker, I'm involved then, because that's exactly what happened. Like, it's like that doesn't make any, and people assume the worst always, and I try to be calm and respectful, because like I don't want to engage with people that, like, you waste time of your life to make negative comments about someone
But that's
in
what
their
people live for.
business page.
Because
So
if and that's the thing is with the social media, there's more negative and more shit comments than there are positive, and that's a fact in everything. You name it, and it's like good news, bad news travels fast, and that's it's been like that even before the internet. Everybody, even in the newspaper, you hear about the bad shit, and you never hear about the hundreds of good shit that goes on, or that one person that's done thousands of things, but he did one thing wrong and he's fucking annihilated for that one thing. Never mind the 100. And that's just how it is. But those people, unfortunately, they live because they feel like, oh, I got a say in something. I can leave my comments. And it's crazy.
We call the keyboard warriors, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the interesting things about this, just an aspect of the story, is that I find this community, the ball python community, the reptile community in general, to be very sharing and open. Everybody is happy to tell you how they do things. That's been my experience. I mean, you have a few people that keep it close to the vest.
Yeah.
But the one thing nobody will share is who their wholesaler is. And so it's really hard to get references for wholesalers, because it's like, yeah, I'll tell you anything. So what do you do with your animals that are, I don't want to talk about who my wholesaler is, and so it makes it difficult to find, because on the other side, breeders, we tend to badmouth the very people we need in the wholesale side. We badmouth snake flippers, right? But that's who you need when you have a bunch of male hets and you didn't hit your odds, and you've got extra snakes that you can't sell. Anyway, it's just sort of we use other branded bags with wholesale.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? You didn't give me that discount on that snake I wanted. I didn't get to you. You sold it to someone else. I'm going to use your bag to ship one of my animals out, and let's see if it goes across.
And
I think what do you call it? A filing drawer system. And you have like envelopes with everybody's snake bags, and you just randomly go and pick one up.
I will also say this, that people, keyboard warriors, the worst keyboard warriors are the people who say that just by breeding snakes, we're the worst people in the world. But the truth is, you're a veterinarian. You care for animals for your profession. I mean, it's not just your hobby, it's your business, and it's your It's your
Right.
profession, right?
Livelihood. Yeah.
And that was one of the things that made me really upset was how the animals were. And if a wholesaler, and of course you never know what the wholesaler is going to do with the animal, right? But if I know that is someone that has like all this wild caught that they just like bring hundreds and like half of them, I wouldn't sell to, even if it would be a
That's right.
benefit to me, I wouldn't sell to a person like that.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Like I breed my own rodents, so my overhead is not as high as other people. It's more than worth than anything. It's probably cost me 75% less than other people by breeding my own than buying them. Especially when you need it and they don't have it, and then you have to go like to a more expensive place, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what they're feeding the rodents and all of that. So
Right.
that's one of the reasons why. And I've been to, just going on a tangent. I've been to rodent facilities and I was disgusted. Like you would see rodents like walking into mud because they haven't been cleaned for like how many, I don't even know if they've ever been cleaned. Like it was nasty. And then you're
Pull the
feeding
babies,
like
they're clean, and pull them out and sell those. Like, ugh, yeah.
you and then you're feeding your all the bacteria into your reptile guts.
Yeah, and you
So
being a veterinarian, you know some of this shit more than many other people. Yeah, there's a lot of and rodents. They're asymptomatic to so many diseases and so many like bacteria and parasites and all kinds of stuff, right?
oh,
They're a hardy
especially
little
because
creature.
they're a carrier of worms, and then you have like E. coli and salmonella and all of that. Like a lot of the times reptiles will have, but if salmonella, and they do have E. coli, but for example salmonella, they can have it, but if the immune system goes down it can affect them. So is any other thing. So it's not all reptiles that have salmonella. They can have it, but um so that's all. Like and if you guys know of any wholesaler, just let me know.
It's a crazy story. But so here we have a couple of questions. So if there's so much talk about how good the Mexico market is, how are people getting their animals there? So
They're just breeding there. Like whatever entered before the shutdown, and of course they're gonna have people that is gonna smuggle like that. That's history, right? Even the U.S. How do you think the Amazon basin emerald tree boas got in here into the U.S.? The Brazil never exported them. So somehow at some point animals got in, and then they're breeding.
Same
them
with
now.
carpets from Australia and places like that. Yep.
yeah, so crazy.
You hear talk about the old days, you know, and what you could get on a plane in the old days.
Exactly. Snakes on a plane.
Now, someone got a fine. The truck driver, whoever that is, got a fine, a $34,000 fine for this incident. That's insane. That's
Almost $1,000 an animal.
And if there's anything we get out from this, it's that. It's like play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yep.
Plus, he will be lucky if it's just the fine, because he was actually smuggling animals internationally. So I think it's going to be, this is just a fine. I think it's going to be prosecuted, like criminally prosecuted. And I don't know like how hefty are the penalties as far as jail time, but I don't think they take this lightly.
Yeah. Crazy.
How you doing? Mitzi in the house.
What's up, Bitsy?
Fred popped in. How you doing, my man?
Mr. Fred.
What's up, Fred?
Ken and Michelle.
For the right price, everything's for sale.
Yeah. You know what? I've had a crazy week on Morph Market. I didn't sell any snakes, but fuck, my bags have been flying out. Shit. Like, wow. Oh my God. Oh, you know what the funny thing is You know, you go and whoever makes your bags, if you don't make them yourself. Yeah, hi, I'd like 70 with my logo of this size, and then 50 of this size, and then I need the same size with these other logos on it. It start making, oh my god!
Actually,
It's funny that we can laugh and joke about it, but I mean it is serious. But when you have no clue of what you just did something that you do every other time you do a transaction, and unfortunately, the person on the other end or the people, sounds like there's multiple, or it could be one, we don't even know. But whatever happened and it was orchestrated, it's like, that's on them, not on us breeders and stuff. And it was crazy. And by the sounds of it, it's just nice and simple. Hey, how much you want? Can I get a discount? Like, it's not like, oh, hi, I'll take all 5 and I'll pay the exact same. They even try to get, wiggle some wriggle room in. You know what I mean? So it was the same transaction you would have had any other time. And it's funny because people are like, well, you should have had a red flag when someone wanted to buy 37 animals. I have people calling me, like, I had 102 go out like about a month ago. You know what I mean? Hey, and the same person wants another 50 or so. So I'm like, whoa. But they're not going to Mexico. I know that. I know who they are. But yeah, but I mean, it's just like, so it's not a red flag when someone calls and, buys but it does happen quite a bit. Just, it's surprising when it happens for the first time because it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And that amazing feeling of, wow, my animal's going out and I got some space and this is great. Fuck, it blew up in your face and it's just like not cool. And then, I'm glad you got to air it out a little and give some sort of, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Some sort of
humor
story, to put out, to let people know what exactly happened instead of, oh, you hear this? He's probably working with Miguel. Oh, I heard this guy's involved too. Like, it just fucking spirals out of control with like, where are you getting all this shit from? Like, there's no basis or facts on your statement. You just, oh, it's probably this. And, oh, well, he's friends with that person, so they're probably involved too. And it just fucking goes wild like a forest fire. It's nuts.
Yeah, the that's what people have to realize. The older you get, like the wiser you should get, right? Stop assuming things instead of like try to get the story right, because it's only going to harm someone, whatever the story is, right? Like get the facts first and then you can make your own assumptions. But luckily some people reach out to me as an act of kindness, like this, did you see this? I just want to make you aware. The only comment was on YouTube of that lady that asked like about my logo on bags, but other than that, like the community was really helpful trying to, I know it was not you, like, did you see this is happening? And that was actually very grateful to those people.
Here's a question for you, and it's actually really good. I get asked quite a bit. So Mike says, can I give my collection tap water? I'm scared of the possibility of chlorine in our water supply, so I give our snakes and our sulcata bottled spring water. Now, I know people use well water or they like RO water, like, as a veterinarian and stuff. Is there some sort of like water that you shouldn't use? What's best, what's not? I know sometimes if you just do like RO water, you take some of the nutrients or minerals or what other stuff that's in the water, you deplete that from the animal not giving it. Like, what, in your opinion, as a veterinarian, is the answer to this? So
first thing you should not do is RO water without remineralizing. So like you have to add the minerals back, because what's going to happen with RO water, if you just give it the pure RO, because I use it for my humidifiers. Like I have I have 2 RO systems and it goes to my humidifier, so I don't get the white dust right from the minerals.
Like calcium or mineral buildup? That's a bitch to get off. After a while, you're just replacing it because
And my first year was like, what is this like white dust on all of my racks? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm not using distilled water. Like back then was not like self-feeding with water. Mm-hmm. So what happens is when your animal or yourself, you drink RO water, is actually gonna, the water tends to pull like the minerals from your system to add to the water. So
Oh,
you're gonna
wow.
start like eliminating minerals from your body
Don't
and
bother.
the animal's body. So RO water, never,
Okay,
unless
good
you
to know.
have a stage on your filter that remineralize it. So
RO
that's
is
all.
really reverse osmosis. It's very very wasteful too, isn't it? I
It
mean,
is.
like you
The waste of water.
you
Yeah.
might get 1 gallon out of 50 or something like that that goes through it.
Not that much.
Usually,
It's not that
yeah,
bad.
usually, when you get like a very efficient system, is going to be 2 waste to 1 gallon. Like most
Right.
of them are you waste 3 to make 1.
Yeah.
So it's like 75% waste, but
Mm.
it's still cheaper than buying the still water and trying to, and then you have to fill up the like.
Yeah. No,
So
it's good. It's
tap.
good to know that. This is great information because a lot of people just assume, oh, it's cleaner water. But yeah, it is. But it's also doing, negative things, and it's they need that. They need that other stuff that's in the water, and don't forget, in the wild, they're drinking rainwater, they're drinking from streams, and animals are like, and those other animals that they eat are drinking water with minerals and stuff, and then they're consuming that animal that had that water, so it just keeps trickling down.
So I grew up drinking water from a hose, guys.
Yeah.
Like for like the rubber hose, like hot, like
we did as
You
kids.
could smell it.
you wait a little bit until you get flushed
Yeah.
with all the hot water from that
In the
was like
hose?
sitting in the sun on the hose.
Yeah.
So I only use tap water for my animals. I never had an issue, unless your city water is like really bad, which you can get it tested to see the
Tested.
levels of chlorine, or you might have lead pipes if you're in New York or something like that. If you live in like a very like old town or something. But most of the time, tap water is safe. Like
Here's an
because we
interesting.
use
Get
tap
tested.
water for our dogs. We use for the rodents. We use like, imagine if I had to give like filtered water to the rodents and then give it. It's too much. Like tap water, technically, is made to be drank like straight from the tap, right? That's why it's clean. It's not perfect. Every city is different. The amount of fluoride and chlorine they put into the water, but
But I watched the Brita commercial, and they told me,
That's probably doing very little to hurt the mineral content.
I mean, if
yeah.
you have the time, especially if you have the time to maybe boil your water, or as Unlock Morph saying, like to evaporate, fine. I just have too many animals to be
Yeah,
like
same
carrying
here.
buckets of water and trying to. But I have on my tap water, I have just a regular filter that reduces a little bit. It's like a high flow filter just to reduce some of the impurities and a little bit of the chlorine, but it's nothing crazy.
Mhm.
Oh, that's good, man. Good to know. That's actually really good because I know a lot of people ask that, and I bet you a lot of people that are watching now or will watch in the future watch this episode will go like, "Oh my god, I've been doing it wrong," because they just assume it's better water and it's actually more harmful. So
I mean, if you want to use Fiji water, like it's all up to you. I'm not saying that is not good to give spring water. If you can, great. If it's working for you, great. I'm just saying that there's no harm like using like tap water.
what else we got on here? Oh, so choke artist, Canadian. What was the cost average on the snakes you sold him?
$30 to $40, like average. It was like really wholesale animals.
Yeah.
Like the retail cost was probably 60 to 120. But when you're selling
Oh,
37
30
animals,
30 cents on the dollar is not bad. Wholesale, right?
Yep.
Let's see. Odds Gods, what's up? Billy's gonna start doing crimes in other people's shirts. Yeah,
Now that
you
he's
know
opening
what?
his mail.
I can do I can do fucking probably
hundreds.
two robberies or crimes a day for a year with other people's shirts. Shit, what am I gonna do after the year? Do we do them now? You know what? Send me more shirts. The
You have
culprit
this.
was wearing an Aussie Boyd shirt. Looks like
Well,
the same one was wearing, like
well, Billy, you can use stickers too, because I remember that I went to your facility and I forgot like a bunch of stickers. Like you have mine now.
Yeah.
You have at least like 2 or 3 dozen in there.
yeah, because you left them. Yeah, because after I'm like, oh shit, like you gave me a few, but then you put the bag down, and then I go clean up, and I'm like, holy shit, I got like fucking 36 of these fucking things.
When did you go visit Billy?
That was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2024.
Awesome.
Guys, I got like my eyes were shining, like so many racks and like everything like clean and neat. So I have to give the props to Billy, like to run a facility with that and many animals and like all animals clean, and the rodent facility couldn't, of course those are ASF, but if you don't clean them they're gonna stink too. Don't think
Yeah.
that ASFs don't stink. They don't stink if you clean them.
Bad. Right.
So you couldn't even, like, if I was with my eyes closed, I couldn't even tell that was like a rodent room. So like shout out
Thank
to
you.
Billy.
Yeah, and like I said, I have those now. Still downstairs in the same room. And at the end of the week, you do notice it a little, but I don't have because I moved stuff around and moved fans and try to get the airflow. So now I have the sort of exact layout that I have and I want and where everything is. So now I'm going to build in a couple rooms and just tighten it up even better. But yeah, and what's good is I remember showing you some of the stuff that I had in person. Remember the DG and enhancer?
Oh, the enhancer pied. I just like, can you tell me this? Like was a female, right?
Yeah, I breed a
like
female.
that color was like insane. Like nothing to do with like a DG pied.
Yeah.
And even people saying, "Oh, it's the same thing." Well, we work with lines, right? You have chocolate that can be like you have to squint your eyes to see chocolate, and you have like really dark chocolate snakes, and that's how you breed. Like you get the best of the best, and you keep breeding them.
Yeah.
And maybe enhancer is that. It is DG, but it's a different line.
Yeah. And you know what? It's something that I still have both, but I'm eventually going to transition to fully into enhancer. But it's good to see when someone comes and shows them in real life instead of online, or you truly get to see the colors and everything for yourself. And you were there for a while, so you pretty much spent a good part of the day, and which is awesome. And I appreciate you leaving me all your stickers, so I can put them on.
We had some burgers.
Yeah. Who else we got in here? Oh, look who it is. What's going on, my man?
What's up,
KG
KG?
in the house.
Hope you had an awesome show this weekend.
Oh, yeah. It was the one that just passed.
Yep. This is
Awesome.
last weekend.
Yeah, hope the turnout was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, people are saying really good things about the show. Like a lot of people showed up and they made good sales. So I was happy.
Where would one get bags for snakes? So I order mine from TSK Supply. TSK is the snake keeper. But if you go to tsksupply.com, they're in the United States. I haven't imported any bags. I don't know if there's 30% tariffs on the bags. I'm not sure. There might be. I'm not sure if there's anyone in Canada that does reptile bags.
Baba Yaga is Canada?
Yeah, Canadian. They just purchased some Het Monsoon stuff from me. So they got a group. Hope they're doing well.
I'm going to post the link to TSK Supply.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact. I got a bunch of bags from Morph Market Shipping Supplies. And they were all TSK bags, but they were cheaper at Morph Market than TSK because they probably buy like a whole bunch of them. So
that's what Unlock just shared. Get the same bags cheaper.
Oh, see, there you go.
That's great.
Yeah. Sticker prices just went the fuck up.
Yeah.
$50 a sticker.
Yeah. Single purchase only. Oh my god.
Actually, I do that. I don't know. Some people use the branded tapes just over the regular tape just to, what I do is I put a sticker, like one of my stickers on top of the box. So that was another thing that was branded was my box. So
Oh yeah, no doubt.
the
Got a nice comment here for you. Can't wait until Thursday. We're getting a snake from Boyd's R Us, Hypo Banana. That's awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait to ship it to you. Like has
Come
been a long
on.
time. We have been waiting for the weather.
Oh, another connect in the house. What's up, my man? Hidden hugs. Royal Temptations says we bought a snake from Genetic Genesis, Scott and Jordan at Tinley. Their bag had their logo on it. They get them from Vistaprint. So yeah, if you type in, there's so many, but I don't know if there's a company here that sells them in Canada. Like there might be resellers or resellers of the bags, but if you get them direct, I always get mine from TSK. I usually get 3 or 4 people, and we get a big order in to shave on shipping and the broker fees and I buy enough to last me a year or so, right? I order like 500 of this and 200 of that. So,
Yeah, be mindful of the sizes that you need. Usually a hatchling is 12 by 8 because they have a smaller one that's probably for hog noses or something.
Yeah.
Although people in hog noses, they usually use deli cups to ship them, but they have some very small bags that are not good for ball pythons.
Yeah, I have 3 different sizes. I have the 12 by 8, the 12 by 20, and the 18 by 30 for the adults.
You have a 16 by 28, I think.
Yeah, so it might be
for the adults.
Yeah, so 16 by 28 is my biggest, or it might be even a little bit bigger, the next one up. And then I got I believe it is 12 by 18, but I do the 8 by 12s for the hatchlings, and I believe it's 12 by 18 or 12 by 16 for like the subadults and and then I got the big ones for the adults. And then sometimes you're like, it doesn't really fit in here, and it does, it's too small, but hey, you know what? It's a bag. So, and when you buy in quantity, right, you get better discount, right? If I'm buying like 10 at a time, I buy several hundred of each. So,
Unlocked Morph says, buy them from me.
Oh, look at that.
Awesome.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Small shop, small, baby.
And guys, how do you guys tie up your bags to ship it? Because everybody does it differently.
So if I'm shipping it, like in a big shipment, I'll do a zip tie, right? I do a zip tie and cut the end off. I don't leave the other part hanging out. I just cut it. But if someone's just coming here at an expo, I just grab them and I spin it around until it's sort of tight, and I leave about another inch, and then I just go and then loop it once. So, you have to sort of just wiggle it a little and then pull the one out, and it just unwinds. I don't sit there and tie it in a knot and stuff, because when that thread, the way it's twisted and it's so fine, you can't undo that knot. Most people just end up cutting the bag, right? Or just cutting the top. Because I've done that. I'm like, you know what? I've spent 10 minutes trying to get this bag, and I'm looking at the other ones. I'm like, get the scissors, snip. That one's garbage. So I try to keep it so that people can reuse it. And even with the when I ship the zip ties, I'll spin it around, and instead of tying it, I'll just spin it around and put the zip tie over it, because the zip tie is holding it in. The twine spun around just gives something to hold the string.
Yeah, for shipping, I don't trust the little strings. I just use zip tie just to make sure that
Me too.
When I can, I prefer to use delis, depending on how much. Or what I'll do is I'll put the bottom with delis, and then I'll put the bags on top. Because I've seen where so many people, and I've even done it in the past, keep putting bags and they get shifted around. Next thing you know, it's like 5 or 6 are on one animal underneath, and because they're getting moved around and shipped and tossed. So if I do anything at the bottom where I'm going to double level everything, it's containers on the bottom, deli containers, so they all have their own little space. And then I put the other ones on. I'll put a row on top of the loose bags.
Mike's got a question here. I have 4 babies coming from Josh at the Ball Python Shed. Shout out, Josh.
Cool.
On Wednesday, and they are on hopper mice. Any advice on getting them to switch to fuzzy rats?
Offer them.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have a problem.
No, just offer them, and see how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you start with like the first meal so they don't, because they're already stressed. Like that's what I tell people sometimes, even buying adults. I tell like try the first meal like a mouse just for the like while the animal is settled, because sometimes what people do is like they buy an adult, say, oh, it's a big size, let me give like a large rat, and then the animal is already stressed and is like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
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 Right.
I'm not even hungry. I'm just getting over my fear. Now, what the fuck is this in front of me? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah. Even me, Mike, when I just had another clutch lay today. Actually, I had one still laying. So I've got clutch 5 in the incubator, and clutch 6 should be maybe tonight or tomorrow. But even after they lay, I don't give them a medium or a large small. I'll give them like a pup or a weaned, right? Just to get their first meal in, because if you lift them up, well, when you take them off the eggs and you sort of feel to see if they're, all the eggs are out, it's like a flat bicycle tire, right? Like it's so concave where it almost looks like a slide. You know what I mean? So you don't want to have that where they're jammed. I mean, they just, usually if it's like 6 or 7 eggs, like just lost 600-700 grams that was inside their cavity. The last thing they want to do is put 600-700 grams more in, right?
Yeah, Bill is
Something
right. Get
small,
get that GI moving, and that the flora, like the GI flora, like replenish, and like don't go crazy, because they gain like their weight, like sometimes 2 months they're like back into their weight, like if you're a patient. So
good
Mike
one.
also says, and yes, Billy, they fit into my project in the future. Get the reusable zip ties. Good tip, KG.
There you go.
Forever Kennedy for all the merch needs. Yeah.
Look at that. Keep it in house, baby.
exactly. Yeah, guys, whenever you can use like services like 3D printing and stuff like that, use for other people, do it.
I don't think we're ready for this. You ready?
Yeah. This guy named Mike Snyder.
You gotta love these fucking people. Oh, you guys are the best. I love it. Like you guys are my cup of tea.
My question is, have you sent any?
Yeah.
Maybe send them some back. He'll stop. Oh, you fucking hope. We might just open up a bigger wormhole. Oh my God. You guys are awesome. Oh man. We're all a bunch of sickos and weirdos in our own little space. Love it.
So Craig, what was that clutch that you were pulling? Well, today you had some picture, you're pulling a clutch. What's the pairing?
Yeah, it was black pastel, DG hypo, to an Enchi, what was it? I don't know. I don't remember. Enchi something. It was good. Damn it.
What was it? Was it double, triple head?
No, it was a head hypo. So there'll be 50% chance of getting hypos and
they'll all be
100%
DGs.
at DG. Yep.
Awesome. Any excited?
Shit.
First clutch of the year down. That's good. Hey, how's it going, man?
What's up, my man? Patrick in the house. Chi-Town in the house, repping. How you doing, my friend?
Good to see you, man.
Thanks for popping in, brother. So, I mean, this is a good episode. I think it's great that you can, tell your story or what happened in more details and instead of people just assuming or like, oh, there's no way that you didn't know. And well, if I did know they were going to be smuggled, why would I be stupid enough to have all this paper trail and put my own fucking logo on it? Like, you might as well have just fucking did it yourself, put them in a knapsack and just walk across the Mexican border and say, hey, nothing's in the bag. I'm saying.
With a sombrero trying to cross the border.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like you did everything like everyone else does on no red flags. You sent them an invoice, and even the person asking, like, "Hey, can you do a discount on all of them?" It's like, "Well, I'll save you on." Like it was a normal transaction, and it can happen to anybody. And and it's not like you're new. It's like, oh, here's this fucking guy. He's been on the scene for a month, and he's already fucking smuggling animals. Like, it's not that, right? But at the same time, too, whether you're new or you've been doing this for 5 years, you're still going to get, like you said, those people pointing fingers and, talk. And, it's good that you came out, cleared the air, let people know what's going on, and letting people know that this can happen. And you're not, this isn't the first time it's ever happened. It's happens quite a bit. And I'm hoping the people that are shipping the animals don't know that it's happening or they're being a part of it, because that'd be shitty. Because, I live a few hours. Well, now I'm an hour, but I used to live in Toronto, 2 hours from, the Buffalo border and 4 hours from Detroit. Now I'm an hour from Detroit and Sarnia to the U.S. And people was like, hey, I can come in through Buffalo and I'm only 2 hours away. We'll come in for the ride and stay the night. And I can bring the animals home. Not without fucking CITES permit and this and that. No. And I've had amazing people. Parkside, they've come up to, him and his dad would come out to some of the what do you call it, barbecues that we had and some of the shows that I've had. They've driven up. They were actually just at the last expo. They came up and drove up to support our little small expo last month in March. Or was it end of February or March? But they'll come up, drive 2-3 hours, come on up for the day. And it's awesome, right? And it's good to see them. They've been to my facility many times and it's great. They bought some animals and they're like, we can't just drive these back. I'm like, no, my next shipment's in like 3-4 weeks. And, that's what has to be done. And it's like, it's done legit. Why can't you wait 3 weeks and do it properly and legit? And I don't understand. And I get it. You want it now, but
the risk
it's not worth it.
No, the risk is not worth the reward.
But what's great is those animals that they bought a couple of years ago. He was saying that, one's breeding, so it's like, raising them up and now they're going to go and it's awesome. Good news.
Well, I hope you get the animals back too. Because
that's
nice to have a happy ending.
That's what I was gonna say, guys. Some of the breeders, the big ones, got their animals back. What I want to do, if I end up getting these animals back, since they have been paid for already, I'm gonna quarantine them first, and I'm gonna auction all of them, and I'm gonna donate to a good cause, whatever. Like, you guys can give me some advice, maybe USARC, or we're gonna get like a charity, like kids, or maybe a rescue.
Chris and Jay.
Like, I'm gonna donate 100% of the money. Like, this is not about money. I wanted to get the animals back just to make sure that they're not gonna get euthanized or anything like that. And
was it Deeds Not Words?
Deeds Not Words is a good one. Yep, that's a good one.
There's one.
That's another one too. Like, there's
another good one. So.
And whoever is open, like any channel, I'll keep you guys posted on Instagram, like of everything. But if I get them back, I'm gonna quarantine them first, make sure that they're all good, and I'm gonna auction all of them.
Awesome.
Maybe do a Morph Market live.
I'm serious. I won't get fined.
I'm here so I won't get fined. What do you mean? What does that mean? Am I lost?
He's here to learn how to do smuggling correctly.
Oh, okay. Fucking bad.
Don't buy from me then, because I'm gonna brand the bags.
Yeah. Shit.
I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna keep branding my bags. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong.
You have no reason not to, right? Like, that's the thing, right? And it's crazy. It's just such a thing, like you said. Oh, look at this text message. Oh, it's probably a scam, right? I mean, fuck, this could happen to anybody. I'm sure. You know what? I'm sure it has. I'm sure it would have, but I guess those ones made it across. But anyone that is, who's doing this illegal shit is getting away with it until they get caught. Then those animals that you sold. What do you mean? Like, now you're tied up in it. It's like, what? But and you don't know.
Oh, here's what it is. I'm here so I don't get fined. No, that's what he said. This Marshawn Lynch quote. Every time he's interview,
Oh,
I'm here, so
I
I won't get
remember
fined.
that. I bet
Yeah.
when he was for the
Yeah.
fucking Seahawks. You know, they're
Yeah.
asking questions. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That was at Super Bowl. Fucking that was funny. Yeah, now I get it. Okay. I'm not as slick as I used to be, buddy. I got a lot of shit going on.
He says you're getting old.
I am getting old. Fuck, man. So
And a little
Marshall
tip.
Lynch, that's funny.
A little tip too, guys, when you're shipping animals, make sure your packaging not only is safe for the animal, but it looks nice. Just going back to the branding of the bags. Would you like to go to Apple and they just like throw the iPhone on a Walmart bag and just hand it to you? Like it's all about the experience, right?
Yep.
If it's a pet or you're getting from a breeder, or just in putting a bunch of new like newspaper inside of like a brown box and just like shipping it to you $5,000 snake like that. It's all about the experience too, right?
Or shipping the snake that's 70 fucking grams. Oh, I went there.
Right. There he is.
Well, but it's 6 months old, so like it's fine.
Yeah, it's like, fuck.
Oh.
It's like, man, yeah. Yeah, so it's like, yeah. But you're right. It's the experience, right? It's the professionalism and you know, you want the person on the other end, whether it's a pet person, you know, buying an animal for their family as a pet, a new addition, a wholesaler, someone buying it for an investment animal. You want that quality all the way through, right? You're not going to sit there and go, this person's just buying it as a pet. I'm just going to like give it next to nothing. And then, this guy's spending some money. I better make it fancy dancy. You want to have that right across the board, 100%. And you're right. And I'd be pissed if you stopped branding your stuff because of this, because you didn't do anything wrong. Other people did. And you shouldn't have to do what made you do it in the first place. You know, having that integrity and I want to, you know, I want to take it to another level. I want to be set aside and be professional. And like you said, give that better quality and experience. Because of this, you shouldn't have to fucking, you know, bring your standards down because, you know, and you know, you should do what you continue to do.
Another example is Midgard Morphs, for example. They have a very big presence on TikTok and Instagram. And what they do, they have several things that they add to the box. They get from Husbandry.PRO, they print the entire life of the animal with all the meals, like everything that they have, and they put it in an envelope. She create artwork, so she makes like postcards with her artwork, like prints, and she put in there as like as a gift. So people tend to like that kind of thing because if you're taking care of the packaging, you're probably taking care of your animals. Like if you get like a beat up box that has been used like 3 or 4 times, that you're just like slapping a label on it, people are going to notice like, how is your facility if your packaging is like this?
So we can't reuse the boxes? Shit.
You can. I would advise to, but you can.
But it's okay when you peel all the other stickers off, right? The strip, especially the white box. We have white boxes up here.
And you can put some white out.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know?
Good as new.
So the only time I'll reuse a box, like today, I had to go and deliver drop off a rental truck, and a person, it was about an hour away in London, and they basically said, hey, you know, if you're coming this way, instead of me coming out on the weekend, I'll meet you in London at the place. I'm like, cool. So I'm looking around. I'm like, damn, I didn't have a box, right? So I used one that I've had, and I'm like, I'm just transporting it. It's not like I'm shipping it. And then when he got there, he's like, I brought my own boxes. I'm like, hey, yeah. I said, just take this one. It's like, you know, it's not like I'm going to keep it. No, this is $12, man. This is fucking gold. Like, here, take the animals, put it in your box so I can keep this used one. But it was just there and handy. And I'm like, hey, it's better for me to deliver them, you know, because I'm not really set up to do deliveries of ball pythons. You know, I order the boxes and ship them out. But, you know, that's the only time I'll ever use a used box is if I'm, you know, delivering it, because it's just, you know,
saving pennies. It's not worth it, guys. Like this is like boxes.
No, there's a saying: saving pennies. or yeah.
Penny wise, pound foolish.
Yeah, there's some saying, but you're 100% right there. Like it's, it all adds up. Like, oh my God, you're missing the big picture.
If you think about it right now, if you buy 100 boxes of 12 by 9 by 6 from Morph Market shipped to your home, it costs $375. It's $375 for a box. Like it's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. Like the brand new box.
What do you mean slacking on the back? What the fuck? Come on.
Oh, look at.
Come on. Just like we've never slacked on the back, we won't get a box. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Larry not even realizing that he just owned you for wearing an MC shirt.
Yeah, slacking on the back. But hey, man, I got a saying, and I got a saying that's still around 6 or 7 years since I said it, and people, it's like,
that's right.
I better not be slacking on the back. So I've set a precedent, motherfuckers.
You have.
Yeah. It's so crazy how like that slogan's been, just from, hey, slacking on the back, and it's like, everybody knows it. It's really weird. I remember at the old facility on the garage door, I put slacking. Did you see that, Craig?
No.
So on the old facility, and it's funny because I think it was 2023, the very first time, 2023 or 2024, when we could actually open up after COVID. It might have been 2024. Dave Kaufman, he's over, and I had the big, get together at the facility. He's like, I gotta go. Where can I go smoke? I go out the back. There's a big, everyone's probably hanging out there anyways. So he goes out the back and sits down. He's like, no fucking way, because I had the garage door before I built the addition, and on the garage door was white, and I had, I guess, 1.5 feet, 18 inches or 2 foot slacking across that 8-foot door. And it just said slacking on the back. And he's like, no fucking way. This is hilarious.
Well, he has his own, right? He has rattle on. Like...
Rattle on. Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, it's hilarious. I did that on the back of the back of the fucking garage door at the back of the building. Slacking on the back. Right? There you go. That's it. Thank you, my man. Look at that. Someone's with me. Yeah. Everyone's like, what the fuck's Billy talking about? Man, he is getting old. No, I'm good.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah. You know what's cool though? When people started doing the back, then they started doing the arms. I'm like, this is sick. So don't be like Billy, So I'm allowed to slack because I'm the original slacker. All you fuckers, don't slack. Get her done.
You got a permanent exemption.
I got an exemption. Yeah. So, it's a method to the madness, guys. Come on now. Yeah, industry slogan for sure. That's awesome. Wow.
Good crew tonight. Good.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna pop this up. We'll still go, but I always put this up later in the show. And we like to thank all of you for being part of tonight's live. The continued love and support, Craig and I, and being here and supporting, another amazing person in our industry that was sort of, I guess, unfortunately put under the hot seat or in the hot seat. And, and like I said, what the good part about it? Well, it's not the good part, but the most important thing is this could happen to anyone, right? And like I said, there was no red flags. Like, oh, can I pay cash? Can I don't want it shipped to a FedEx hub? Like, nothing. It was like a normal transaction. And even asking if they could save some money, that's definitely a fucking not a red flag. Because if they didn't ask, I'd be like, this is, it was perfect. And like it could happen to anybody. And I'm glad, you reached out and, we could listen to your side and hopefully it's the end of it and you don't have any other things. And hopefully you find out where the animals are or what have you. I mean, it is still frustrating because it happened and it's not gone away because it's still there and there's still so many unanswered questions and
I'm waiting for because the agent said I was going to get a letter, like all the breeders were going to get a letter on the mail. Once I get it, I'm going to frame it and put my arrest picture with the Mexican outfit like side by side on the frame and I'm just going to put here in the facility.
Oh, there's
Oh
a back.
gosh.
Get the put it on the back. You know.
That's awesome.
Hold on. We got to make a saying.
Hmm.
Enjoy the struggle, just don't smuggle.
Wow.
Enjoy the
Wow.
struggle, just don't smuggle. Oh my God. You never know. I get to rock his shirt soon.
That's right. I saw you unbox it today.
Toys R Us is the Han Solo of the ball python community.
Should I die at the end then? Killed by
No.
my own son?
But no, I mean, appreciate everybody coming in. There's a lot of people here listening
Yeah.
and supporting, and
Good crowd.
and amazing comments and always helpful. And we did get a few good questions in, and the water one was one that I think is really good, because you get so many people that, oh no, I do this and I do this, and I'm like, what do you do? It's normal tap water, and it's like, oh, isn't that bad for them? I'm taking out. I'm like, well, it ain't bad for me. It ain't bad for my snakes, right? Like, so. But no, it's great.
When you guys want to have me, we can have some Ask the Doc episode like once in a while when you guys want to ask like stuff.
Yeah,
You
good,
bet.
good to know.
Awesome.
I appreciate you guys too. You guys have a great audience, like one of the highest visited websites and websites, YouTube channels and podcasts.
Crazy,
so
right? The funny thing is like with Craig and I, it's like we don't rehearse this. It's like, hey, I'll just see you at fucking 5 to 7, and what do you want to talk about? I don't know. Let's talk about this, and we're just here really to hang out. It's always awesome to see Craig, and whether we have guests or not, we're here for the chat. Answering questions, inspiring.
You guys don't have to.
It's great. Like, I said,
you guys don't have to.
Yeah, and I love that we get 500, 600, 700 people, in a week or two watching it, and hopefully they get inspired or learn something from somebody, from one of the questions, or what we talk about. That like even this, people might be watching this and go, holy shit, what do you mean someone smuggled ball pythons? Even though it's been weeks, some people don't even know this fucking happened, right? So there's something out here to learn, or to inspire, or to watch, or
boo smuggling. Odds gods, boo smuggling.
Yeah, boo smuggling. Boo smuggling. Voodoo says, I feel like his vids should get him a 15-minute to lame shot. They've been great.
Yeah.
What's funny?
Really
because,
funny.
Jeff, that works here from Morpheus Morphs, when we were having dinner, he's like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, what's going on with that? Is it like the 15 minutes of lame? And I'm like, no, it's for the show. He goes, what do you mean for the show? For our show. He's doing that as a thing, because he actually thought it was a 15 minutes of lame fucking thing too, right? So I had to tell him, right? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, okay. But yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't know. Like, I didn't know. I mean, I saw it. I saw somebody said, oh, hey, someone shared it. Like, someone got caught smuggling. Great. And it's like, and then I didn't hear anything for a few days. And then all of a sudden, other people started talking about it and sharing it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, I know who he is. Oh my God. Like, no. And then you reached out, and here we are. And I'm glad you did, man. Don't hesitate next time if anyone's in a position like this, we'll look at it. And, Craig and I talked about it, and it's like, yeah, you know what? If we feel like it's good and it's great, why not? Right. It's a learning experience. It helps you out. And, it could happen to anybody, right? So
no, I truly appreciate it. And I'm glad to share, so people don't go through the same thing. And by the way, when I mentioned to the big breeders, when I mentioned the name, they already know. They already knew about that name. So
okay.
So the guy was going around. That basically that's
okay. So it's not an isolated incident, unfortunately.
Yep.
And that's the thing too. It's anything like this isn't it should be fucking idiot. Oh, Chad. It should be oh no, don't talk about this. Like, I do think it's like a double-edged sword, right? Like we don't want to bring this negativity out, but we also have to let people aware that it can happen and what to do if case it happens. And I think you nailed it. Transaction, have it through a platform like Morph Market, back and forth. Everything's done legit. There's communication, not just like, oh, well, this is what he said. It's like, can you prove it? Well, no, we talked on the phone. Like you got legitimate transaction of how it went down. Here's a Square invoice. It was paid. It was shipped to FedEx. Nothing out of the ordinary. And if you do that, you basically protect yourself, I would say.
And see how those 3.5% guys was worth it instead of having Zelle or Cash App. Like you actually have a traceable transaction that they can go after and find the person. So
yep, for sure.
Oh, and another thing before we leave, I'm going to share it probably tomorrow, but the clip that you put on your story, Craig.
Yes.
About the guy with the ball pythons and how he does those animated. He does those for a few different animals. The ball python, it likes, shouldn't have been glass all around. It's a nocturnal animal.
Yeah.
I just put in the comments, it's like, the Facebook experts are going to have a fucking field day. Or
yes, they are.
Holy fuck. Somebody's like, nope, you're wrong. Or this is so inaccurate. But he's like, please send me some documentation on how I'm wrong in any way. Like fucking fake, and then somebody put, tell me you don't know what you're talking about. Or, how that phrase.
Yeah.
Tell me you don't know what you're talking about by not saying any or what. Yeah.
Without telling me.
By not telling. Yeah. And I'm like, exactly this. Like, what an idiot. Like,
when you guys are bored, you just go to Facebook to ball python groups and just read through the comments. Like
I like my blood pressure nice and low.
All the experts in there. It's definitely this, or the morphs. Like it's like this is definitely this. Is that okay? Fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, and it's funny because one of the ones I see a lot. Yeah, my animal hasn't eaten. Oh, that's okay. My animal hasn't eaten in 6 months. They usually go on hunger strikes for like 5 or 6 months at a time. Okay, well, I have 2,000 of them. And my adults, since I feed every week, a smaller meal every other week, I hardly have any that go. I think when you were there, I think I was showing you, it's like, hey, since I've gone every other week and ASFs and back and forth, look at the red clips that didn't eat. And I think on my one wall, I have like 420 animals. There was 2 out of 420 animals. And it's just because maybe it was rat time. And then next time I'll feed it an ASF or vice versa. Or it was in deep shed. But I mean, I've been doing this for 6-7 years and my animals don't go off food for 5 or 6 months. If a male goes off for a month or 2, I pull him from my breeding. And the reason why he's off food isn't because, that's what ball pythons do. It's because he's in fucking breeding mode and doesn't want to eat. And I pull him and I try to get him on food. But like all these experts, oh no, it's like this. No, it's your fucking husbandry or you're feeding it too much or, there's something going on that animal's not eating for 5 or 6 months. Like
sometimes you're going to have that oddball, like no pun intended.
But yeah.
Like one like that they just determined that they're not going to eat, and then you medicate, you change everything, nothing happens. Once all of a sudden the animal look at you is like when you're feeding is like, do you have something for me? But that's, as Billy said, that's like an oddball. Like it's not.
And the ones that do, I use I give it a shot of Da Vinci or something to help, I guess. So when they don't eat, right? It's not good for the animal if they don't eat because I guess it shuts down the I don't know what the gastrophysical acids or like, it needs something to pass through that animal.
I mean, Billy, when you're talking about like pythons and boas in general, like they have good reserves to fast for a long time. Like, to kill a ball python, basically you have to like mistreat like very, very bad. Like they're very resilient animals. So they have fat reserves, so they don't need exactly to have anything passing, like if they're fasting. I had an animal that a female, she just quit eating 6 months. Like nothing that I've done, like all my other animals eating, like when you stop worrying about them, like that's what I tell people. Forget about that animal for a month. Like just change water, clean, but like don't try to feed it because the more you try, the longer it's gonna have a
Yeah.
hunger strike.
I love the Facebook group. I tried it today, it didn't eat, and I tried it yesterday and the day before, and like leave the fucking thing alone for 2 fucking weeks. Like
I've been
you're
trying 3 times a day and it's not eating.
it's crazy. Yeah. No, but this is good info because you know, and that it goes to show with everything. Like there's always that one snake, but if you have like half of your collection doing it, there's something that needs to be tweaked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or the size of prey that you're using, you're feeding too much. Because I tell people, do you know how? Do you want to know how long it takes for a ball python to digest their meal?
10 to
Get a
14
snake
days.
get a snake that was fasting and count the days when it fed until it poops. Sometimes you go 4 weeks, like
Oh, wow.
and nothing, like depending on like how warm is your room, but most like the most common time that I've seen is 3 weeks, like before you get the first actual poop, not urates, but the first poop that you get after a snake was fasting. So it takes a long time. So you're feeding like 2 times a week because you want to grow them. Like you have
Yeah,
that
not good.
repeat cycle.
Mhm.
Sometimes people ask me like, "Oh, what's the weight for this many months?" Like, there's no formula. You're gonna have two snakes. They're gonna feed the same. One is gonna be double the size of the other one. So it all animal dependent. I try not to feed heavy because it kind of shocks their system. It's like you don't need to have that liver engorged all the time trying to feed. So
Yeah.
females, when I'm breeding, I tend to feed every week. When they're not in breeding mode, I just like feed every 2 weeks.
Yep.
Hatchlings, when they're small, I feed every week because they
Yep.
lose, well, their metabolisms are much faster, so they lose weight really fast. So I feed every week. Sometimes I toss a second one if I see that they're really hungry, but usually this is how I do it.
No, good to know, man. Look at this. We're getting so much info and knowledge, and I'm glad you came on. And
Oh, I appreciate it.
you know, and here's my man George says, great show tonight, guys. I'm glad it's what I told my buddy I think happened when he sent me the news report last week. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, like, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, I think you said it best. It's like, you know, I have a world's first. Fuck, it's talked about for 24 hours. One fucking thing, it drags on for months. And you know, I mean, we need this, and I understand it, like, you know, but I do think we need to sort of push and more praise and you know, share other people's, you know, accomplishments and they get goals. And I think we need more of that and less of the other, but
Human beings.
drama sells. Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, but I hate when I have to tell the wife she's right and that I shouldn't have assumed. Good night, everybody. Thank you. We will give our outro. Stay on, and we'll see you when we're done. And let me put on our song, which I got to change. Remind me to soon, so we can.
I don't know. I like the song.
Yeah, but I'm Craig. Okay, we got to change it because it's so long.
I channel my content. I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the
Hey,
house,
Craig.
breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves. That's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose. Let me
And
tell you the
Craig.
tale from the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, more stat to make you smile. From clowns to ultra males, I'm running this reptile now. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding ASF, every snake gets a treat with the community tight. I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation,
We know you
creation,
love
every
the
day
song,
of the week.
Matt.
Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch the Billy Rose show. The hats and
And Craig.
Giants got the genetics unlocked in the reptile game. I'm the TikTok of the clock. Channel my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation,
Craig.
creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my
Here's the
hand,
part.
feel the power transform. Cold scissors in hand, cutting clutches with flair. Reppin' Toronto, Canada, you know I'm rare. Team Ultra Mel strong, colors vivid and bright. In the world of ball pythons, I'm shining the light.
Shining the light. Good night, everybody. You guys rock. Thanks so much. Appreciate your time as well. And see you next week, guys.
Thank
Great
you,
time.
everyone.